Did you catch all the hidden Easter eggs in Skeleton Crew? From iconic pop culture references to subtle nods that only true fans will appreciate, this show is packed with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Stay tuned as I break down all the mind-blowing references and Easter eggs that you might have missed. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. So punch it, Chewie! After what seems like forever, we now have the first 2 Skeleton Crew episodes, and it was a blast. The show definitely pours on the nostalgia, what the show creators call the Amblin feeling, and they did a great job melding that into the Star Wars universe. I think kids are going to enjoy it, but it's definitely geared towards making us older kids feel young again. I like the characters a lot. The back and forth, nuh-uh, girls are dumb, boys are dumb, kids dialogue was really well written, and the dynamics between the 4 kids and their personality traits is great. SM-33 is sure to be a favorite droid going forward, and the show is taking a direction I don't think anyone saw coming, but definitely feels like a pirate adventure. Of course, if you haven't watched these episodes, you might see things you don't want to see, so you might want to save this for later. So let's look at all the cool things that you may have missed or may have gasped at like me. But first, if you see anything cool here, leave us a like and subscribe for more positive geek content. To start the whole show off, they give us that classic blue text on a black screen, followed soon by a pan down to a planet and then a ship entering the shot. I don't know how much more Star Wars you can get than that. We soon come across a nasty pirate character named Brutus. His wolf-like appearance suggests that he is a Defel, as seen in Mos Eisley, but he could also be an inclusion meant to stir up discussion with hardcore fans, because he could be a long-lost Star Wars alien called a Shistavanen, which is also in the cantina before George Lucas made the special editions. Maybe we'll never know. Maybe that was all the joke. When we meet Wim, he is literally us. He has Jedi action figures and he's having an epic battle. It definitely makes us think back to our childhoods when we had the original Kenner toys or any of the series. Now, one plot point in the show is Wim's relationship with his dad, and it seems like his mother is gone. Wim's father is a workaholic, away from home a lot, and he doesn't approve of Wim's imagination as much.
Bedtime stories. Aren't you getting a little bit old for that? Love you.
This definitely reminded me of older films like The Neverending Story, where it's made clear that Bastian's father wants him to suddenly grow up and stop drawing and fantasizing after his mother's death. Of course, with a balanced breakfast, nothing is better than some shade of blue milk. It does a body good. Now, just like in the trailer, we got another look at the Ithorian neighbor and his frog dog like the one in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. When Wim and Neil meet up, they have an epic toy lightsaber fight and have fun reenacting the tragedies of the Skywalker family. Kids. And then, there's an RX droid like Rex driving their bus. Of course, we fondly remember Rex from the Star Tours ride and other cameos like in Rebels. Train! I absolutely loved that the school desks were basically giant etch-a-sketches, which he was really good at, and was very amused by the bored to tears alien kid in the corner. Gave me a big laugh. When Wim and Neil go outside after class, we can see some kids playing with something very similar to a training remote like Luke used in A New Hope. And oh my gosh, just like Luke, the girls are working on their ride and need power converters. Why are the kids in Star Wars always out of power converters? It's too bad they aren't near Tashi Station. Now when Wim rides his bike through the woods, we get that cool nod like in Return of the Jedi. And one fun little detail was Neil's dad's alien beer girl sign in the shed. Someone had a lot of fun coming up with that.
Hey Dave.
Yeah?
How about we take the beer sign down until our guests leave and then we can discuss it?
No. I'm gonna leave it up. I think it ties the whole room together.
Eventually, once they get the ship flying, we get a look at SM-33, the peg-legged pirate droid who is second to his captain. It's when you look at his name spelled out for a while, you realize his designation is a nod to another pirate, Smee from Peter Pan, who is always in servitude to his captain. I don't think Smee packs a punch like SM-33 though. Now, it's an Easter egg we already knew was coming, but he looked way cooler in the show. It's a teak, seen back in the 80s Ewok Battle for Endor. That teak was also meant to be a puppet, but the story is that they had to make a costume because there was a famous actor in the movie who felt like he was above working with puppets. This teak pilots the ferry from the ships to the space dock, and one really crazy and disturbing thing I noticed is that the ferry seems to have repairs held together by tape. I don't think you could catch me in a ship through space being held together like your dad's old bumper after a fender bender. Of course, we also knew creatures like Fuzzball from Epcot's Captain EO would make an appearance, but even happier in the show, all the different color versions are set free during a fight with the pirates.
Dobby has no master. Dobby is a free elf.
In the space dock, we see someone getting not just any tattoo, but one pledging his alliance to the Hutts. The droid giving the tattoo is an 8D8 droid, which we saw torturing a power droid in Jabba's palace. And I don't really know, but I thought the droid's voice sounded a little like Anthony Daniels. Do you think it could have been an uncredited cameo? Arr, drink up, me hearties, yo-ho! I about lost it when I heard this.
This is not what the galaxy was supposed to be like. Probably shouldn't lay
That whistling you can hear in the background is not space pirates. They're from the famous jail scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean rides, who somehow got from Adventureland to Tomorrowland, but the kids sure aren't gonna need a dog. Now, the music isn't by John Williams, but the son of famous composer Michael Giacchino, Mick, did a fantastic job. And when Jod started using the Force, I knew we would get a little taste of this John Williams Force theme.
You're a Jedi.
That song always gives me goosebumps. And with that, the first 2 episodes are done. I definitely felt like a kid again watching Skeleton Crew. Just like Stranger Things, this has captured the feel of the great movies many of us grew up with. The effects, the sets, the props, and the aliens, they look stellar, and the actors are giving awesome performances. I can't stop watching Neil, he's just too cool. All of the throwbacks the filmmakers had fun throwing in are adding so many more smiles and excited finger points to the screen. And the twists and turns about this new treasure planet at Aden is very intriguing, nothing like we imagined. It is so great that there are always more legends to be added to this galaxy far, far away. What did you think of the show? Is there anything I missed? If you liked what you saw, leave us a like and please subscribe. Become a laser brainiac.